Smartwatches haven't had the best 2016. Even the Apple Watch suffered a fall. But Samsung's been pretty regular with its Tizen-based Gear watches. The Gear S3, which is now the latest one, is available in India. Now I've used the Gear S2 as well, and it was a watch that I really liked. But does the new Gear S3 mark a significant improvement? Is it worth the extra price tag? Let's find out. So let's start with what's good. For Android users, especially on the Samsung phones, Gear S3 has enhanced functionality. You can take calls on the watch and it works pretty nicely. Gear S3 will also let you manage incoming notifications from your phone. You can reply to WhatsApp, Facebook messages, all from the watch. Also, you can set the city on the watch and get daily weather updates from your phone as well. Plus, there's an option to use the voice function for replies in case you don't want to type, which is still a pretty tedious task considering the small size of the display. So the bezel on top of the Gear S3 can be used to rotate and move from one app to another. I still think this is one of the best features that Samsung has implemented in its Gear watches. The new Gear S3 has GPS along with a built-in altimeter and barometer as well. You can also connect the watch to Wi-Fi, though the functionality remains limited in this mode. So the Gear S3 continues the fitness focus that we saw with the previous watch. Samsung has designed it to work for a variety of fitness activities, be it running, gymming, cycling outside, etc. The watch can record a lot of these activities. It's pretty accurate for sleep data as well, although it's not very comfortable if you're wearing this to sleep at night. So the watch also keeps a track of your daily steps, and the count is pretty much in line, though a little bit on the higher side. And yes, the watch will prompt you to move if you've been sitting at a place for too long. So I use the watch along with the Strava app on my iPhone for a couple of cycling sessions, and the data matched up in most cases. The GPS means the watch will also guide you as you cycle or hike around, though it needs to get a signal first. However, it's not all perfect, and let's get to that. So for starters, during the cycling sessions, I noticed that because the GPS was not connected, the watch wouldn't record distance. It happened in some of my sessions, and the distance remained at 0 even though I had cycled ahead. So on the battery front, the Gear S3 is an improvement, but it has a long way to go. I'd say I would get around 2.5 days on a single charge, but this is still better than the Apple Watch. Gear S3 now works with iOS, but it's so buggy and limited that it's not always the best experience. Gear would disconnect way too often on the iPhone, and the functions are still too limited. The other issue for Tizen OS is still the lack of native apps. WhatsApp, Facebook are not yet available for Tizen OS on Gear. Plus, if you want more apps, the Galaxy App Store needs to be opened up in a browser mode. The problem? It's all in Hindi, and there's no way to change it. So what's the competition for the Gear S3? Well, it's priced at Rs 28,500 and therefore much lower than the Apple Watch, which is starting at Rs 32,000 plus. For Android users, I'd say the Gear S3 is one of the newer and better options to consider. So what's our verdict for the Gear S3? The watch has a lot of features going for it. It's got added functionality, the fitness functions work very well, but the apps have still not arrived, battery is still a pain point. Gear S2 users might not feel the need to upgrade, and they'd be right. From a fitness perspective though, Gear S3 is still one of the best options you can consider if you don't want just a fitness band. But if you're an iOS user, the Apple Watch is still your best bet.